Hey, Chuck with Lake to Lake. We're out here at the Kofa National Wildlife Refuge, and let me tell you what, this is one beautiful place. It's kind of amazing that out here in the middle of the desert, there's so much activity going on. We're going to take a little stroll around the desert and show you a few things that most people aren't aware of and nice little facts about this part of the country. As we come out to the desert here, we're about 15-20 miles from Quartzsite and 7 or 8 miles from where we're actually camping. And they just have some of the most unique type cactuses that you'll see. You can see those nasty old thorns. Let me tell you what, if you got a dog out here, you better think twice about letting him run around by himself. And here's another interesting little. When we went on our tour, when we went on a trail ride, the trail leader said, don't touch those things because they will remind you of them for several days after you get poked. And I said the same with your dogs. If your dogs get them, said they'll be festering at them for several days before the itch goes away. We see some other little sagebrush out here. It's kind of amazing what they have. So out here in the desert, doing a little bit of research, not a lot. Look at those critter holes. Not sure what they are. Don't really want to know what they are, to be truthful with you. But they do have scorpions, rattlesnakes, coyotes is supposedly the #1 critter out here. Have some vultures, rabbits. They call them jackalopes or jackrabbits out here. You can see all these little, see those little things just sneak up on you, and you just don't know when they're gonna jump up and give your legs something to remember them by. And here we got the cactuses. These things are you can just see them all over the place. When we went on our tour, the guide said these cactuses live to be at 50 years old, they produce an arm or an appendage. And here we can see this is a new one. He's just starting to grow them. So this guy must be 50, 60 years old. About the best I can figure out. I'm no expert on it. But in this area, or adjacent to it, is the military testing grounds. And George Patton from World War II came and trained his army for desert fighting when they were getting ready to go to North Africa. They came out here and trained because the environment was so similar to North Africa that they could get a good feel of what it was going to be like. The sun coming down, the dryness, have to have water and food, and what it did to your equipment because it got so hot. And so he came out here to do the training for the army in the desert. So you got to be a little bit careful out here. We'll get up here to this little we're coming up to this information center, and I'll give you a little bit more information about some of the things, the hazards out here. But the one thing about it is, it's hard to believe it, that there are unexploded ordnance from their training grounds. And so that's just something to be aware of. Another interesting tidbit of fact, out here you have copper mines, silver mines, and gold mines. And in some cases they would just dig straight down. In other cases, they would strip mine, which means they'd just come along and start shoveling and just taking all the dirt out of a big strip area as opposed to going down. And then the other thing they do is they would go back into the mountains, like into a cave where you'd see them create it. There's another critter's hole. Don't know what that thing is, but you know what? We're not going to find out, hopefully. And so anyway, so all the mines that have been used and abandoned out here, they've covered them up, or actually they haven't covered them up. They put steel doors on them to keep people like me and you out of them. The reason they do that is because the bats live in those caves or those old mining shafts, and they don't want to discourage the bats from not using them, so they put steel gates on them. And that's just look at that anthill. I don't know if you can see it or not. Look at that. These are fire ants. Well, I'm going to call them fire ants. Somebody's going to correct me. So anyway, so they put up the metal doors so the bats can get in and out. And let's see. Let's come up over here to this information center and see what else we got. Kofa National Wildlife Refuge. So we have Gila monsters, quail, and turkey vultures. Haven't seen any of them yet. There's the bats I was telling you about. And it turns out, which is really interesting to me, that people lived here 6,000 years BCE. It's hard to believe that people lived here over 6,000 years ago. And here's a little bit about the military that I was telling you about. So they got, or some of the dangers, you got the pit mines, which I was telling you about. They cover those up, or try to, or cordon them off so you don't fall into them, or drive into them. Then you got some anti-personnel mines and grenades. And you know what they say, recognize, retreat, and report. So if you see any unexploded ordnances or anything that would be dangerous, call them and report it, and they'll come out and try and secure the area. And so this is the National Refuge, and I'll tell you what, it's just beautiful out here. We do see some side-by-sides going by. There's Brian, he's doing the activation for POTA. I'm guessing he's on 20 meters doing CW, so shouldn't take him too long. But if you want to come out here and see nature's finest, come out here to the Quartzsite area, drive about 15 miles away from Quartzsite, come to the Kofa National Wildlife Refuge. It is peaceful. We can't argue about that. All right, everybody. Until we meet again, or until we meet around the campfire, y'all take care now. Bye-bye.